Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this particular video I will give you the complete study guide to learn data science. A lot of people in my comment section wanted to learn data science and been asking me for some kind of study plan or roadmap for data scientists. So in this particular study plan I will give you the different courses and the structure to learn data science from basic, intermediate and advanced level. So I have divided this particular study plan into three different sections. One is your basic, that will teach you the fundamental skill set required for data science. You will also have to do the project and hands-on practice in this particular section. Second is the intermediate level section that will teach you about machine learning, and the third is the advanced level section that will teach you about deep learning and model deployment. So I hope you find this particular video helpful, and if you do, then don't forget to hit the like button. Without wasting time, let's get started. So let's get started with the video. So I have divided this study plan into three different sections. One is your basic section that will include all of the fundamental skill set. Second is the intermediate section, and the third one is the advanced section. So it is really important for you to start with the basics and have the strong fundamentals, because if you don't have the strong fundamentals, then it will be very difficult for you to understand the intermediate and advanced concept. So the first thing is that if you are not from the computer science background, or if you are from the non-tech background, then you need to clear your computer science fundamentals first. Now what do we mean by computer science fundamentals? It is basically understanding of the programming language. You also need to understand the networking concept, data structures and algorithms, computer communications and everything. So these are the basic computer science fundamentals that will help you to understand data science in detail. So when you go forward with the intermediate and advanced level concept, and you'll be able to see the bigger picture behind the technology. So again, if you don't have the computer science fundamentals, then I will suggest you to watch this particular playlist that is available on YouTube, Introduction to Computer Science. This is basically available on freecodecamp.org website, and this was provided by Harvard. So this is the Introduction to Computer Science course. This will teach you how to think computationally. So basic mathematics required for computer science fundamentals, the data structures and algorithm, memory, like basics of HTML, CSS. So these are the basic computer science fundamentals. Now you don't have to watch all of the videos. I will suggest you to start with this. Watch the first video that will teach you computational thinking. Then I will also recommend you to watch the C programming, because it will help you to understand the fundamental blocks of any programming language. So if you know C, then you will understand all of the programming language. So we are mainly going to focus on the Python as a data scientist, but as you are from the non-CS background, it is really important for you to just understand the C programming or any high level programming such as Java or C++. In this case, you can watch C programming language. You don't have to learn everything about C programming at this particular moment. You just have to watch this video to understand how the programming languages are built on the high level. Then we have like array sorting, memories, and all of the different computer science fundamentals. So you can watch it. If you want, you can skip the Python, web programming, SQL and HTML part, because we will be looking into that in other courses. But if you want, you can watch it from here also. Second course on the list is basically from the computer communication. So this is available on Coursera. So I will also suggest you to watch this. Again, this is the fundamental skill set, because this is how the computers communicate with each other. So this will teach you the basic networking fundamentals. So this will teach you how computer communicates with each other based on the different concepts such as VPN, TCP/IP, OSI model, and all of the different things. So again, this is the second course I recommend watching if you are from the non-CS background. And the third one is, this is the book. This is Grokking's algorithm. This is really fun way to understand data structures and algorithms. So if you are new, and again, if you are from the non-CS background, I highly recommend you to read this particular book, because this book will give you the overall understanding of different data structures available in the area of computer science. So again, this will take you around a month, or depending on your like previous experience and expertise, 1 month or 2 months. I will put 1 month. If you like spend daily 2 to 3 hours, then you should be able to complete these things in like 1 month. So then once you clear your computer science fundamental, then comes the picking the programming language. Now in the case of data science, we only have like two choices currently. We have like R programming language and Python. So if you are a beginner, I will suggest you to start with the Python, because it has like wider community support, and there are a lot of different packages available that will make your life easier. So there are two courses in the Python. I've already listed down. One is available on Udemy. It is like complete Python bootcamp 0 to hero in Python. And second one is available on Coursera, which is Python for everybody. So this will teach you basic about Python. Now when we talk about basics of Python, that includes everything like how to print, how to declare variable, different data structures available in Python such as list, dictionary, sets, all of those things. So these are the basic fundamental building blocks of any programming language. So if you clear your computer science fundamentals and also clear the programming language, you just need to know the one programming language. So if you clear this, then you can start your career into data science. Now after learning programming language, then comes the next step. It is basically learning programming language for particular niche. So in our case, we picked Python. So Python is used for a lot of different use cases, such as you can use Python for game development, web development, application development, API building, and many more. So if you're learning Python, you don't have to learn everything around Python and all of the packages available. You just need to focus on the niche you are working in. So in our case, we are working in the data science. So we will be only focusing on the packages that are required for the data science. So the first course on the list is Introduction to Data Science in Python. This is available on DataCamp website. So again, it will teach you everything from basics of Python, then Pandas, Matplotlib, NumPy and everything. So you can watch this. If you don't want, then again, I provided the Coursera certification. This is basically applied data science with the Python specialization. This will also teach you the similar things. Most of these courses are overlap of each other. So basically you will also again learn about the basics of Python here. Then you will learn about how to plot and represent data. So little bit of visualization, machine learning, and NLP. So it is a combination of multiple things. So if you learn one thing from one course, then you can skip that in the future. So we will look around. So we also have the visualization section in the future. So if you learn visualization from here and if you understand it, then you can skip that part also. So you don't have to learn everything from the each and every course. You can pick the good things that you understand. If you don't understand visualization from, let's say, this particular course, then you can do a visualization course differently. So it is up to you how you want to understand from the course. Again, the third course is we have the Python from Data Science and Machine Learning Bootcamp. This will also teach you about both the basics of Python and the packages such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. These are some of the highly used packages for the data scientist, and some of the machine learning concepts. So if you want, you can skip machine learning over here. It doesn't matter. But if you want to learn machine learning, you can do that, because we have machine learning in our intermediate section. So we will learn machine learning in a structured way, that first we will understand the basics of machine learning, the mathematics behind the machine learning, and then we will learn about this using packages to do machine learning in real world. So it is up to you. If you want to do, I will suggest you to wait for the machine learning part. Just learn about the basic data science packages such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, all of the things, and then move on with the SQL part. So SQL, the reason to learn SQL is, again, you are working with the data, and data are stored in databases. So like relational databases or any data warehouses. You use SQL to communicate with this database. So you write some query, and based on the query you write, you will get some kind of output. So that is the reason SQL is one of the most important skill for any data person. So it doesn't matter if you are working as a data analyst, data engineer, data scientist. SQL is something you cannot skip. So this is the first course I recommend, the Complete SQL Bootcamp 2022. Go from zero to hero. This will teach you everything you need to know about SQL. So how to install PostgreSQL on your PC. Then some of the SQL fundamentals such as select, order by, group by statement, joins, creating databases and tables, and all of the important and basic level concept you required for the SQL. Second course, again, I've listed down the Coursera course and the DataCamp course. So if you want, you can watch that. So this is the course available on the SQL on Coursera, SQL for data science. Again, this will teach you everything about SQL from the perspective of the data science, so you can watch this. And the third is Introduction to SQL. This is again similar course. So this will also teach you a similar concept, but it depends on which website you learn. Some people like learning from the Udemy, some people like learning from the Coursera, or some people like DataCamp. So it's up to you what you want to do. So I will just list it down the option. I will always suggest you to go with the Udemy path or the Coursera path or the DataCamp. It's up to you. I've also added the recommended course, so you can watch that, because I found those courses are good enough. So once you learn SQL, then comes the part of doing hands-on practice. So on HackerRank, they have these problems. You can pick any website. I just gave you the link for the HackerRank, but you can go on LeetCode. You can go to any of the website that you want to practice your SQL. Just go over here, and you just have to log into your account. These are the problems. You just have to write your query and submit the code. That way you will also get the hands-on practice, and you will also improve your SQL skills. So you can do the easy to medium level problems. Depending on your depending on the level you want to deep dive in, you can also go for the hard questions. So doing these questions are good enough to just get started with the SQL. So I highly recommend you to spend time onto this. And then after that comes the mathematics. So generally for the data science, you don't need to know the high level mathematics. Generally people say you need to know calculus and all of the things. This is true if you are going for like the research or PhD area where you need the high level mathematics and want to research something in the area of machine learning. But as a data scientist, you will be mainly working on the business problem. Now business problems are pretty simple compared to any research level problem. So in a business problem, if you're working in some e-commerce company, so you will have some order data or revenue data. So in that case, you might have to just aggregate those columns based on the average, sum, and get all of those things. So it is basically learning the basic statistics and probability of the mathematics. So these are your school level mathematics. So you can go to Coursera. This is the introduction to statistics. So this will teach you about descriptive statistics, how to do sampling, probability, and all of the like basic concept you require for data scientists. You will learn everything from here. So again, I will suggest you to clear your basic fundamentals around the mathematics, because when you actually work in real world problem, you will require this skill set to work with the data. Second course, again, data science for math skill. This is also available on Coursera. You can watch this and see if it makes sense to you. So my recommendation is to do this particular course and do this particular Udemy course. This is mastering probability and statistics in Python. So you can do this particular course also. This will also teach you all of the basics of fundamentals, such as probabilities, statistics, and everything. So highly recommend you to do this and this particular course. Then also we have the free resources from the Khan Academy. So if you don't want to pay for any course, then this is also a good resource, and Khan Academy is like one of the best. So if you want to learn statistics, probability, you can watch this and learn from it. So after learning mathematics for data science, then comes the part of learning visualization and dashboarding. Now there are multiple ways you can do visualization. So one of the most important thing in the visualization is to know what to visualize, like what to put on x-axis and what to put on y-axis. So there are two different ways you can visualize data. One is using code, that is using Python language. So you can watch any of the video. So this is one of the course that will teach you how to do data analysis and visualization using Python. This will teach you again similar things such as how to read data and all of the things you already learned, and some of the packages such as Matplotlib, Seaborn. So you might encounter these things in above courses also. So if you already know these things, and if you are already comfortable with all of the visualization packages, then you can move forward. You don't have to watch this course. And second course is we have is like using Tableau. So Tableau is like the tool for the visualization, such as Power BI, and there are various tools available in the market. It doesn't really matter which visualization tool you pick. The important part here is to what to visualize. So if you know what to visualize, you can learn any tool in under like 1 hour or 30 minutes. So don't worry about learning every tools in the market. Just clear your basic fundamentals around the visualization and you're good to go. Now after you learn all of these things, okay, then comes the time of doing these things and doing hands-on project. Now there are multiple ways you can do the hands-on project. I have already created a video on this particular topic, so you can watch this video. In this particular video, I have given like step-by-step tutorial on how to execute the project using Kaggle. So it will give you some of the framework that you can use to execute your project. So you can go and watch this particular video. This particular video will give you how to execute project by yourself. So after learning all of these things, I will recommend you to at least do one good project or two good projects based on your level if you want, and spend time on it. That will give you much better understanding. So doing all of these things will give you all of the basic skills required for the data scientist, and also give you the two projects at the end based on like how you execute it. So this should be good enough to get a job as a data analyst or data scientist if you apply to any company, because mainly they look for the projects and the skill set, and you already learned all of the skill sets. So you just need to focus on the projects, and if you can explain your projects in a good manner, then like nothing can stop you to get an internship or a job. Now let's say if you want to deep dive into data science more and understand the world of data science, then then you can jump onto machine learning part. So as a data scientist, you do need to know the machine learning and the basics around it, because you will be doing some kind of basic modeling such as regression, classification. So if you have the data, then you might have to do modeling on your end too. Again, it depends on the company you're working in. So if you're working in a specific team on a specific project, then you might not have to do that. But if you're working in a startup environment or mid-sized company, then you might have to do that by yourself. So if you want to deep dive, then I will suggest you to start with the mathematics. So one of the course I suggest you to do is machine learning specialization by Andrew Ng. This is like the newly launched course, and this will teach you everything you need to know with the basics of machine learning from the math point of view and from the application point of view. So it will teach you about regression, classification. Then there are like advanced machine learning concept. This includes everything about, you know, supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Then there are different algorithms such as logistic regression, neural networks, decision tree, clustering, classification, recommendation system. So you will learn both of the things, the mathematics behind the machine learning, but also the application of it. So this course is really good. I will highly suggest you to do this. So if you don't want to do the Coursera course, you can watch this Udemy course, Math, Probability and Statistics for Machine Learning. This will also give you the basic foundation behind the mathematics required for machine learning. That is good enough. So you might already be familiar with like probability, the Bayes theorem and statistics from all of the above courses we already did. So you can skip that part and just focus on the things you don't know. You don't have to keep learning one thing again and again, because there is no one course that will teach you everything in one place. So this is basically, I have taken different courses from different website based on my understanding to give you the one path. But at the end, if things gets repeated, you can skip that and just focus on the things that are new to you. Then this is for just basically learning mathematics for this is machine learning. But again, you need to know how to execute machine learning. So mathematics is different for the machine learning, but applying machine learning in real world, in that case you will be using a lot of packages such as scikit-learn. So you also need to know that application of machine learning. This course we already did, the machine learning specialization will also help you in that. But there is one more course that is available on DataCamp that is basically applied machine learning using scikit-learn. So if you want, you can do this, but I've also provided the YouTube playlist, because this was like a good playlist as per my understanding, and teaches you like all of the important concept using Python. So you can watch that too. So this is basically intermediate. This should take around 2 to 3 months based on your previous experience, and you should be good enough to get started with the machine learning. Again, doing these things should be good enough to get you an internship or a job. But again, if you want to, learn a lot of things and understand, go deep into various topics, then you can go and learn about deep learning. So deep learning is again the subset of machine learning. Deep learning is the way you can do machine learning using neural networks. So we have two things. One is your fundamentals. So fundamental includes learning about all of the concept related to deep learning, like how neural network works, what are the different concept related to neural networks, such as hyperparameter tuning, regularization, optimization, so gradient descent. There are a lot of different concept and algorithms that helps neural network to optimize and learn in a proper way, so you can understand these things. So this will also teach you about how to do projects in machine learning, convolutional neural network. This is basically used for image recognition, and sequence modeling generally used for the text data. So this one particular course I recommend is good enough if you just want to learn deep learning. I've also added the Udemy course just in case if you want that. And then we have learning frameworks. So there are multiple frameworks. You don't use like a core Python to do deep learning. There are a lot of frameworks available, such as TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch, and a lot of different frameworks available in the market. You can do the TensorFlow course. If you want to do PyTorch, this is also like highly used, so you can do that. But this is available on Coursera for the TensorFlow, so you can learn it and apply the deep learning in real world. So this is just for the deep learning. And lastly, we have like model deployment. Again, this is not mandatory, but understanding and knowing these things will also help you to become a better data scientist or machine learning engineer if you want to do that in the future. So what is model deployment? So once you train your model, the model should be able to predict things just by passing the data. So if you build a recommendation system, then if the new data comes, it should be able to return the prediction based on the data that comes. So this is basically model deployment part. So you train the model and you deploy the model, and you use some kind of API endpoint to call that model to give you the prediction. So again, I will listed down the Coursera and the Udemy courses. You can watch this. So this is basically TensorFlow data and deployment specialization. So this will give you the basic understanding of how to deploy model. The Udemy course is also pretty good. If you don't want to do the Coursera course for the model deployment, I will suggest you to do this particular course, deployment of machine learning models. So this will teach you how to build the APIs using Python, and like there are some of the frameworks such as Flask or Fast API or Django you can use for like building the API, so you can learn that. So this entire thing should take around like 8 to 9 months, comparing like if you study every day like 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours, and if you spend time doing hands-on practice, you should be able to finish this, because I personally have done this. So based on my experience, I'm telling you that it is possible to finish these things into 8 months. I've spent around like 6 to 8 months doing entire these things. So I've not done all of the courses, but I have followed the similar structure in my journey also. When I was learning data science, so I've followed the similar structure and done like a lot of different courses. So that will also help you. Now these are some of the books that I have read in my journey. So this is basically hands-on machine learning with the scikit-learn. This is one of the best book for the machine learning and the data scientist, because this teaches you how to do machine learning or data science by doing a end-to-end project. So I recommend you to read it. Then there are other books such as ThinkStat if you want to understand about the statistics behind the data science, and these are some of the other books such as Python Data Science Handbook and Data Science from the Scratch. So you can get the PDF of these books online for free. If you want to buy, you can buy the paper copy, and this should be good enough. So if you are still watching this video, then let me know in the comments by writing I watched this particular video till the end. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button. That will help my channel to grow and reach more and more people. And if you're new here, then hit that subscribe button and notification button to get notified for all of the videos I upload in the future. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.